Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. With us today is our co-host, Justin, back at it again with another episode. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. This is Season 8, episode number 29 here on the Fire Sports Pod. So let's talk some sports, ladies and gentlemen. We got a packed show for you guys today. We're going to start out with our first segment of the day, and that is going to be all the QB NFL injuries coming in to this week 3 matchups. A lot of big time quarterbacks are out for a significant time. Some are dealing with dwindling injuries, but we'll get to that in just a sec. Our second segment, we're going to be going over the MLB postseason bracket if this playoffs started today. And then third and finally, we're going to go over 3 teams for both me and Justin to pick in the Eastern and Western Conference. And those are the dark horses teams that we think could actually make a run for a championship. So those are where we're going to go with, and let's get right into it. So first up, we have the QB NFL injuries. So Justin, as you have the stuff up there, what is obviously I think we know the biggest injury to any quarterback is probably going to be the Bengals because Joe Burrow's out for 3 months.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the season for them. Jake Browning is their backup quarterback.
He's not terrible.
He's not bad, and they have the firepower on offense still with Chase and with the guy that they just signed. I'm forgetting his name.
T. Higgins?
Yeah, T. Higgins. They still have T. Higgins, so they should be able to make some noise. But that offensive line is just very iffy. And Joe Burrow already was fighting for his life in that pocket. And then your backup quarterback's not as good as Joe Burrow going into that. I mean, I don't know. But they looked pretty good last week without Joe Burrow in the game.
Yeah, they
still
back.
stayed in the game. Yeah, so.
And they won. So, again, they might be serviceable. They in the AFC, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But, again, it doesn't really matter because you can have any other options with different quarterbacks, different situations. I mean, Joe Burrow you're not going to replace Joe Burrow, but what you can do is keep in the fold, keep in the matchups going into this. And when he does come back in December, maybe they're still in the hunt or in the playoff picture where now Joe Burrow can now come in and he can be Joe Burrow. But I just don't think that the good thing is they're not ruling him out for the entire season. It's only the 3 months.
You just got to look at their schedule again. Let me pull up the Bengals schedule and just look and see.
See where we're at because, again, it will really
depend on the matchup. It could affect. Like, they play the Vikings next week, and I think J.J. McCarthy's hurt too. But I think their backup is Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz, in my opinion, I think he's a little better than J.J. McCarthy right now. I don't know. J.J. McCarthy didn't look good to me in the last 2 weeks that he played. But I digress. The Vikings, that's a winnable game. The Broncos, that's going to be tough because of their defense. Then they got the Lions after that. That's a tough matchup. Then they got the Packers. That's a tough matchup. Then they got the Steelers. That's a tough matchup. And even the Jets, I think they're a tough matchup as well with Quentin Williams on that line and the defense. Mm-hmm. Then they have the Bears. That's a winnable game. They have the Steelers again. Then they have I don't know, man. It just depends. We're just going to have to wait and see with them. Their schedule is not that accommodating, in my opinion.
No, I would definitely agree. It's going to be a tough sled going forward for the Bengals, and it sucks because they finally started off 2-0 for the first time in years since Joe Burrow's gotten there. Now it's been their whole big thing. So we'll see what happens, but I think Joe Burrow is probably the biggest loss here. Then you have QB Justin Fields. Excuse me.
It's kind of unfortunate because week 1 he looked so good. And
then he gets hurt.
They were playing the Bills. I didn't expect them to win that game, and I expected them to get blown out, but it just sucks.
But I don't think they would have got blown out if Fields would have stayed in the entire game.
It would have been a little bit closer, but I still think they would have lost.
They would have lost, but I think it would have been probably 30-20, 30-23, a much closer game because Justin Fields brings in that firepower. But because he was out in like the first quarter with a concussion, that's a problem. So he's ruled out for this coming week against the Bucs. Tyrod Taylor will be the starting quarterback for that. I really think that it's going to hurt them because of just the fact that Tyrone Taylor is not Justin Fields and can't move. But we do have a question in the chat. Vine Spurrier Drills, I think that's how you say it. Marvin Harrison or Pickens this coming week. I would have
playing. Who's playing? Who's playing who? We gotta look at the matchup to see.
Well, I know the Bears are playing the Cowboys, and the Bears secondary is terrible.
I would take Pickens in, but who are the Cardinals playing?
I'm not sure. Caleb Williams or Bo Nix. I personally have Bo Nix, so
I'm taking Bo Nix right now.
Nix all day. Marvin Harrison or Pickens. I think that's
yeah.
I'd probably have to say, I don't know. Marvin Harrison or Pickens. I'd probably have to say, if I'm being honest, I would probably pick Pickens just because of just understanding just his role. I like that. Terry McLaurin or Pearsall. I'll probably take Terry McLaurin with no Jaden Daniels.
I mean, he wasn't really going crazy when Daniel was there this season. I don't know.
So maybe they have to, but I'm going to go with Pearsall for that one. Golden Hype says traded Swift, Mike Evans, and Ertz for Josh Jacobs, Ridley, and Pearsall. Who won that trade? I don't know. Traded Swift, Mike Evans, and Zach Ertz for Josh Jacobs. Okay. Ridley and Pearsall.
But let's get back to looking at these quarterbacks though, because we got JJ hurt, we got Brock Purdy hurt as well, and of course Daniel. So,
all right, take it from there. I'm gonna just answer the guy in the chat here.
I mean, with JJ McCarthy, I didn't like the way he looked in the first 2 weeks, man. It was, other than that crazy miraculous comeback against the Bears, he just did not look that good, and he only looked good for one half of football. That's not enough for me. I still think he might need to sit even when he is healthy, just to give him some time to learn. And I think Carson Wentz should be able to do just fine with this team. He's a pro, so they should be able to be just fine. And their schedule is not as hard as what the Bengals' schedule is. I mean, if you look at their schedule, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, they play the Bengals next week. That could be a win. And they play the Steelers. Then they play the Browns. So they could get a few weeks in without JJ. And then when it comes to the Commanders, I don't know. They didn't look too good, like in my opinion, this season really. Like I know they beat the Giants. I only lost to the Packers, but yeah, they played the Raiders this week. I don't know. Jaden Daniels just didn't look that great to me, even when he was healthy. So it's still subject to be seen with them. But I mean, Marcus Mariota is a former first round pick, so they should be fine. And Brock Purdy, I mean, being hurt, I don't really think this affects anything because Kyle Shanahan, he probably is going to do wonders with Mac Jones. So I think they'll be just fine.
Well, you saw Mac Jones had 3 touchdowns and over 300 yards.
Shanahan's the quarterback whisperer, to be honest.
I think he's going to be fine.
They're going to be just fine.
Yeah. And the Commanders QB Jaden Daniels, like I said, I agree with some of the points you were making, but I think Danny Daniels will be fine once he gets back in. I do like him. But Brock Purdy, again, like I said, I think he's been fine. Justin Fields, it's just a concussion. He'll be back next week. JJ McCarthy, more up and down type of player, a young kid. I think he's good, but I just think he needs time to develop a little bit more actually playing. Gilbert Rodriguez says Terry McLaurin or Michael Pittman for my flex. I'll probably go with Pittman because McLaurin is a backup. Even though it's Marcus Mariota, they're probably going to double McLaurin to make Mariota throw to somebody else. And Daniel Jones in the Colts with Michael Pittman has been pretty good. So I'll take Pittman. But yeah, that's pretty much the recap of the just the in general of all the big QB injuries here. We will be now moving on to the pretty much what's coming in quick. MLB playoffs are around the corner, and that's kind of where we're going to head. Anybody has questions about the NFL stuff, you can keep putting in the chat, and then I'll go over while Justin's speaking. But Justin, I'll let you take it away. What is your thoughts? This is basically what we got here. What is your thoughts here?
I'm gonna name the 3 teams in each, I guess, conference, and then after I name them, I'm gonna go into why I think they're contenders. So, with the National League, of course, you got the number 1 Brewers. The Phillies look great. The Dodgers look good. The Cubs look good, and then the Padres. And then for the American League, I got the Blue Jays, the Tigers, the Mariners, the Astros, the Red Sox, and the Yankees. When it comes to the Brewers, I was looking at stats for them, and they ranked just 19th in home runs. But the thing is that they win with smart, efficient baseball. And with that being said, one of the stats that worry me is that teams that out-homer their opponents win 83% of playoff games. So do you think Milwaukee can win without hitting home runs? And because of that, do you really think they're a contender?
So wait, rephrase the question. So you're asking?
No, what I was saying was they're not a team that hits home runs like that. And in the playoffs, teams that out-homer their opponents win 83% of the time. Do you think that Milwaukee can still be a contender even though they don't hit home runs like that? They just get on base. They play fundamental baseball.
Yes, because the whole thing that now I'm going to piggyback off to the Yankees. The reason why the Yankees piss me off and why we haven't won a damn thing in a really long time is because we are not fundamentally sound. We only want to hit home runs. And yes, 80% of the time, or 83 when you hit home runs, you win games. That's all right. But when you get down to playoff baseball and when games matter, you need people to be on base. And we can't get people on base. Milwaukee does that very easily. So I'll take Milwaukee, not able to hit as many home runs, but just playing fundamental baseball and just getting a guy on base does wonders. So I'll take Milwaukee to still make it far, if not at least get to the Dodgers series in the NLCS.
Then for the Phillies, I mean, just think about it. Like, they have an elite bullpen. They got the hitters. The only thing that's a problem with the Phillies is sometimes they're a little inconsistent. Like, sometimes, if their bat's not working, they just can't get on base. And then they're leaning on their bullpen a lot to really help them. So, it just depends on how they're going. If they're going into the playoffs on, like, a really good hit streak, win streak, good morale, they're going to be a team to deal with. But if they're going in cold, they're going to just get the door shut on them, I think, in the wild card, actually. Then the Dodgers is just
appreciate the follow.
Yeah. The Dodgers, they just have the most complete team in baseball, I think. I think this is their championship to lose. They won last year for a reason, and with that being said, I think they can repeat very easily. They have the bullpen, they have the hitters, and they have the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Again, like I said, this is really just kind of, like you said, the Dodgers championship to lose. I don't think there's really any team on both sides that can really compete with the Dodgers from top to bottom. It's really just going to depend on if these other teams can stay consistent against the Dodgers and can they get one of those type of wins where it's like a gritty win or a luck win just to stay in it. But I think the only teams that have a legit shot to beat the Dodgers on their side of the on the NLCS side, I would say would be the Phillies or the Brewers. Anybody else has no shot.
But I think the Cubs, I don't know, they're kind of giving me like Mets vibes from last year where like they started off the year kind of slow and now they're like picking it up. And they've been winning a lot, man. And I think they're a team that can steal a series too. You never really know with the Cubs. You never really know.
You don't. But again, like I said, I don't have confidence in the Cubs. They haven't been like this in a really long time. So I want to see more consistency now. Again, we'll see once the first series starts against San Diego how well they are.
And speaking of San Diego, I mean, they're always a contender in my opinion, just because of the team they have. But I don't know, their bullpen is pretty rough. I don't know, and going in the playoffs
every year, man. They piss me off every year. They should win a lot more, and they don't.
But to the American League, I mean,
No, Henry, I did not say that the Dodgers have no chance. I say nobody else other than the Phillies and the Brewers has a chance to beat the Dodgers.
I agree with that. Then hopefully the Mets can
I'm
figure
not that
something
crazy.
out. Hopefully the Mets can figure something out because we're barely hanging on to that last wild card spot. So I mean, it's been hard watching the Mets this season. But Toronto for the American League, of course. Toronto. I mean, they've looked great all year. I liked how Vladdy's looked too. And they own a lot of tiebreakers that they need to stay afloat in the American League. So I think they'll have home field as well. So I think that'll really help them. And then the Tigers, I mean, the Tigers just look great. I mean, when I went into the season, I had them being pretty trash, but I don't know what happened. I don't know, but they're legit. They're for real. They're here, and I think they could get to a World Series. And I know you don't like them, but be honest.
No, I like them. I just don't like them.
You
I
like
like
them,
them.
but you don't
I
like
like them, but I don't like them. If they were in the National League, I love them. They're not, and I don't like them.
And then the Astros, you can never really count them out.
Yeah, screw them. They can be counted out. They suck.
Yeah, and Seattle too. But the
Seattle,
Yankees, I mean,
that was
then,
another one.
yeah, and then the Yankees. I know you want to talk about the Yankees, so I'll
Yeah,
let you have that.
yeah. Well, if I'm being honest, guys, I'm not. I love my Yankees. I love my Cowboys. I love my Lakers. I love my teams, but I'm not biased here. The Yankees look like shit. They don't look good. There's not consistency. That's the problem. And I have seen it to a point, and then we get killed 7-0. Then we come back and win 7-1. Like it is very inconsistent. And it's with our bats, and bullpen, and that's the problem. Our starting pitching is actually pretty good. Our bullpen is supposedly very good, but we have lapses, and that's fine. Things happen. But our bats, man, we can't go cold. We can't. We can't go score 10 runs one game. The next game we score one. That can't happen. I'm sorry. That cannot happen. If you want to have a chance at getting back to the World Series, not last year, I think was the Yankees' best year going forward to win the World Series, even though the Dodgers is that good. But they really weren't. If you looked at the games, the Yankees should have won that first game. They put Freddie Freeman against Nestor Cortez, who hasn't pitched in a month. Hits a 4-run grand slam at the end. We lose the game. Then in game 5, we're up. We start the game up 4-1, and we end up losing the game like 6-5. So, or 7, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. We had 2 great opportunities to win. That would have been 3. That would have been 3 wins because we already had 1, and it would have been game 7 in LA. And who knows? But again, I think last year was our best year. And this year is going to be tough because the Tigers are tough. The Blue Jays are tough. We can't beat both of these teams in the regular season for some godforsaken reason. Astros, we've beaten. We can take them. Red Sox, another team that gives us a little bit problems here and
Yeah,
there.
they've been playing well this year.
But
The only problem with them is just that I don't know. Their rotation is kind of
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say
ass.
it. I didn't want to say it like that.
Yeah, well, their rotation's ass. It's okay. Boston's F Boston. That's how we roll. Seattle, I like Seattle, but Seattle doesn't scare me. Why? Because they're never here. They're never in this position. They always flunk out. So now they finally didn't flunk out. So hopefully they play well. I'll be rooting for Seattle against Boston. As you know, I don't like Boston, even though I'm going up to New Hampshire and I'm going to be around Boston. But I don't like Boston. So we're taking Seattle to beat Boston if playoffs start the way they are right now. And then Seattle plays Detroit, which I think will be a good series. As you know, I take the Yankees over Houston. Yankees, Blue Jays, Mets versus Dodgers. I want to go the Mets. I'm rooting for the Mets, but realistically, the Dodgers are going to win. And I really want the Mets.
But you never know. You never know what can happen in the postseason. But realistically, the Mets look horrible, man.
Yeah,
their rotation looks horrible. Their hitting looks horrible. I mean, what happened with? I thought Lindor was going to have a better year. Mark Vientos took a. I don't know what's going on. Pete, who should have got a bag, playing on a prove-it type contract, is looking like the best man. I mean, I take it back. Soto's been good. But the Mets just disappointed me this year, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, between the stalls, he said Cubbies baby. So he's a Cubs guy. Like I said, I like the Cubs. I just don't trust them. San Diego has the experience. And I think San Diego needs to do something, man. They need to at least get to the NLDS or the NLCS, because if not, they got to blow up this team, because this team can't get past the NLCS or the NLDS. So I would take San Diego to beat the Cubs in a close one. And then they first the Brewers. So it'd be Dodgers, Phillies, Padres, Brewers, Yankees, Blue Jays, Tigers, Seattle. And that's how I roll with that. We won't go any further because, again, that's just the first games. Now, what about you, Justin? Anything else to add, or we good to move on to our next thing?
I think we're good to move on to this fun segment, man.
All right, here comes Justin's favorite thing, which is my favorite thing as well, which is to talk about the NBA, because it's coming very soon. We're less than a month away, or a little bit over a month away from the start of the NBA season, which is absolutely crazy. Feels like the playoffs just ended, and now we're already back in the season. So we're going to be going over
about hoops.
We're going to be going over the 3 dark horse teams that me and Justin have for the Eastern and Western Conference. So at the top here, we have the Eastern Conference. At the bottom, we have the Western Conference.
We're going to save the best for last, so I'm going to go with the West first. Even though, let's be honest, the West is a better conference. Just I think my favorite team is in the East. So
obviously. You good.
So, I know it's going to shock you, man. You're going to be upset, but the Lakers are not on my 3.
No, you suck.
I got OKC, I got Denver, and I got Houston, man. I mean, can you really go wrong with those 3 teams? I mean, not Houston. OKC came off a championship.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but we're talking
number two is the Lakers kryptonite. They could never beat the Nuggets. And
wait, but we're talking dark horse, bro. Those are like known.
Oh, dark. Well, I thought we were going with our picks for who we think we're contenders.
Okay, then we'll do that then.
Yeah, that's why I said the Lakers.
I said dark horse.
Then we could give a dark horse in there too. So my dark horse in the West. Let me look. I'm gonna go with Dallas.
But they're not even healthy.
No. I'm saying they still got Cooper Flag. They still got AD. They still have everybody else except Kyrie. They just picked up D'Angelo Russell. They got Spencer Dinwiddie on their bench. They could be just fine. That's still a dark horse team. Yeah. I think they're better than the Lakers for sure.
Oh, thanks. Okay, whatever.
I'm not trying to crap on the Lakers, but I'm just saying LeBron is old. I don't trust DeAndre Ayton at all.
You're just a hater. It's okay.
Huh?
We deal with haters. It's all
I'm
good.
not a hater. I like the Lakers and I like LeBron and I like Luka. I'm just being a realist. Just like I said in 2020, the Knicks were going to be trash. I was
all right. Go to the East. Go to the East.
No. We could. You know what? Sure. Let's say Lakers are good, man. Do you think they're really going to make some noise in the playoffs?
So when I go, I'll explain this. But you finish.
Then out East, of course you got Cleveland. I think Cleveland might be the best team they might be the best team in the East to start. I think record wise, but they always find a way to choke in the playoffs. So I think it's gonna be between the top 2 teams. Of course, New York number 2. You know, I just want to see how they look with the new coach, and I just want to see a deeper rotation, bench being played. Guys other than Jalen Brunson able to create with the ball and actual plays being set up for them. I don't know. And then number 3, well, I think the Magic. They went out. They got Bane. They weren't healthy. If they were healthy last year, they would have been a top four team in the East. They're gonna be a team to reckon with if Paolo can stay healthy.
And Frost.
And Wagner can stay healthy. And then my dark horse team would probably be Detroit. Or even Indiana, too. I guess just a toss-up between Detroit and Indiana because Indiana, they don't really need Halliburton to win. And I really do like TJ McConnell. And they're still a deep team, deep roster. So who knows what could happen? They could make a little playoff run. They could be like a 6 seed. You know, let's say they play a team like New York in the first round or or a Cleveland again. Let's say they play Detroit. That could be a good, or even Orlando. That could be a good matchup, a good first round matchup. You know what I'm saying? And then Detroit, I just think they got a taste of the playoffs, and I think K wants more. He wants more than a first round exit.
All right. Well, those are not bad. I like those picks, especially for the East. The West, I hate them, but it's okay.
I'm not trying to be biased. I'm about the West. I'm just saying, like, do you think the Lakers are better than the Rockets? Do
All
you
right.
think the Lakers better than Nuggets?
Hold on. Let me first talk. First off, let me go with the East because I like the East. Let's talk about the East here. Boston is going to be ass. They're going to be okay. They're going to be in the playoffs, but they're not going to be able to do anything because without Tatum. Brooklyn is Brooklyn. They're trash. New York is going to be, to me, I think New York will be the second. Like I'm going to agree with Justin, the second seed. I like them a lot. Cleveland for me will be first. I'll agree with him on that. Philly, I think, it's either make or break this year. If not, the entire team gets blown up. Toronto, I think, is going to be good. I like them. Chicago is going to be good. Mark my words. I like them a lot. Detroit is one of my dark horse teams. Indiana, not for me. Milwaukee, not for me, sadly, because I love Giannis, but no. Atlanta, no. Charlotte, no. Miami, no. Orlando, another one. Good. Washington. So for me, my top teams are Cleveland, New York, and I'm going to put in Detroit. I'm going to put in Detroit as my
or Orlando.
Now watch why. Why? Because I just like the way the complimentary goes with Detroit. Orlando is really potent and on top of those two stars. And if those two stars have an injury, they're kind of done. So I'd say Orlando is like a dark horse slash really, 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 really contender. So they're on the fence for me. I just need to see them consistently play together and not be injured. So I have New York, Cleveland, New York, Detroit, dark horse, Orlando. And I'm going to tell you that Philly has to make something work. So I would not be surprised if they do well. But I also still don't think they're contending because one of them is going to get injured. And sad to say, one of them is going to get injured and the whole thing's going to go berserk, get blown up. But if none of them get injured and most of them stay healthy, Embiid, George, Maxey, and all them, then they can be a contender. Toronto, I like them. They're young. I think in the next years on they'll be where they're supposed to be. And same with Chicago.
I mean, Toronto just got Brandon Ingram, so they got a veteran that's an all-star now.
That's what I'm saying. But again, still, they're young. There's a lot of young guys around Brandon Ingram. It will be interesting to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto's a top 7 seed in the playoffs.
You know who might make the playoffs this year? Charlotte, man.
Charlotte's not making shit.
I don't think they're going to be that trash. They got Knuckle. If LaMelo and Miller can stay, if Miller and LaMelo could be healthy this year, they could be fine.
LaMelo is never healthy.
I'm just saying,
his shoes, I love his shoes, but they suck. So that's a reason why his ankles are going left and right. He needs to start wearing ankle braces like Steph Curry. And they need to make his actual freaking.
He does have the best hoop shoes, though. I'm not gonna lie.
His shoes are fantastic, but he needs to actually make. They need to make shit better, like for his ankles, because it's bad. Now for the West, for me, I don't think Denver for me is a contender. I'm sorry, even though Jokic is great, they're going to be in the top 5 seed, but I don't think they're winning against the top.
People said that last year, and look where they ended up.
They ended up, and then they still lost. So
they still lost, but that don't mean when you have the best player in basketball, you're always going to be
losing. They're also losing again. They're adding Cam Johnson. They're losing Michael Porter Jr. I think Cam Johnson's better than him consistently. But again, I think Jokic. You saw Jokic in that series against OKC. Very tired. Very basically doing everything on the basketball court. Jamal Murray needs to be more consistent. Last year was kind of especially in that OKC series. They needed him, and he kind of was a no-show. So Denver's a weird for me. I think OKC definitely is at the top. Houston is definitely at the top. And I'm going to go on a limb here, but I'm taking Minnesota.
I forgot about Minnesota. Yeah,
So
Minnesota's coming again. Yeah.
I'm talking those three are my top teams. I never trust the Clippers anymore. I can't.
Kawhi might get traded, man, or his contract
Whatever.
might
It
get
doesn't matter.
voided.
Golden State is going to be in the playoffs. They're just not going to be able to compete because they don't have size. I'd say dark horses for me are going to be. I mean, the West is really there's only 6 teams, or 7 teams. Denver. Well, I'll do it in order. OKC for me, Houston, Minnesota. Those are 3. Then I would take Denver. And then I'm going to put Dallas, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies. That's it.
The Suns might be something too.
No, Suns suck.
No. They got Dylan Brooks. They got Dylan Brooks. They got Devin Booker. They got Jalen Green. We just got to see what happens with them.
That's fantastic. This is the same shit that's going to happen. There's just too many guys that need the ball. Jalen Green needs the ball. Devin Booker,
but that's not true. We saw
wait,
he can play the ball.
You don't let me finish. I said Jalen Green needs the ball. He's the point guard. That's going to be a problem. Devin Booker doesn't need the ball, but when you have Jalen Green, who's a scorer, Devin Booker's a scorer, Dylan Brooks likes to take his dumbass shots left and right, it's going to be a shit show in Phoenix. I'm sorry. I can't believe in anything that Phoenix does because everything they do is stupid. So Phoenix is going to be trashed. Sacramento is going to be okay, but they're not going to be there. San Antonio's another one. There's 8. Those are the 8. San Antonio for me is going to be up there. But again,
how about New Orleans or the Kings? I mean,
like I said, the Kings are going to be there, but they're not going to be able to compete with the teams. New Orleans, the same thing. New Orleans pisses me off because I never know what happens because they're always
in Memphis.
I said Memphis.
All right, yeah.
So my top 3 teams are Minnesota. Well, no, wait. OKC, Houston, Minnesota. My dark horse teams are going to be the Lakers, the Mavericks, and the Spurs. And the middle of the pack without dark horse would be Denver, Memphis, and Sacramento, and Golden State if you want to put them in there. They're just too small, which sucks because I think Steph Curry is still unbelievable, but they're just too small.
They didn't even make any moves in the offseason either.
No.
They didn't get bigger at all.
Because they think Jimmy Butler is going to solve all their problems, and that's not the problem.
Can't y'all go to Nigeria and find some 7-foot dude to play center? Europe? Yeah. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, Sudan.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely can find someone.
We got Draymond Green out here, and I'm not sure if you saw the video. He think he a shooter. Doing post fadeaways, air ball.
Oh yeah, that shit was terrible. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. Oh my god.
No, it's about to be funny, man. We about to have Draymond crashing out again. It's gonna be a great season. I can't wait for the memes, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll see what happens. I'm just hoping that the Lakers are pretty good.
I think Skinny Luka's gonna be fun to watch, but I don't know. I just don't trust DeAndre Ayton at all, man.
I'm gonna tell you. I know why. I'm gonna tell you. He is going to save the Lakers big time because even though he doesn't go crazy and he's not what he's supposed to be at his thing, he still is able to give us 12 to 15 points a game and 10 to 12 rebounds a game.
He's a glorified Jaren Jackson Jr.
That's all we need.
No, because Jaren Jackson.
No. I'm talking about what I said. I wasn't answering. I wasn't answering what you said. That shit. That's
Well, he should have been the guy. He should have been the guy in Phoenix, and he wasn't. He was one of the big reasons why they lost in the finals.
Yeah, 1,000%. But again, it's a new day. It's a new year. It's a new him. It's a new team.
Has he gotten any better since then?
No. Again, I would like to see him with an actual superstars like Luka.
He was.
Well, Kevin Durant doesn't pass the ball.
He before Kevin Durant got there.
Chris Paul was great. Devin Booker was great. Yes, but understanding that you have the great mind of LeBron James and you have the absolute fazant of a scorer in Luka and lob guy. Chris Paul wasn't that. He was okay, but he's not LeBron or Luka when it comes to that. And Devin Booker is not a guy who likes to be able to throw lobs and does smart and and uses the brain like LeBron has. There's nobody that in the world that can argue that anybody's brain is more sophisticated to basketball than LeBron James on the basketball court. Please argue that. That's not even a question. So that's what I'm saying. I would like to see him with these type of experience, with this type of an experience with the Lakers. I would like to see him in this situation. So we'll see. It's only time will tell. But Justin, if you don't got anything else, that'll be it.
We're good.
All righty. Jalen Brunson with the kiss of the 3. Yeah. All right, guys. That's pretty much it for the podcast here on the Fire Sports Pod. This was season 8, episode number 29. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. We'll see you guys all for season 8, episode number 30 on Recap Monday. Guys, we are 5 episodes away until the new season, which will be season number 9. Can't believe we are already at season 9 on the podcast. It's absolutely nuts. But other than that, guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys all on Recap Monday. Peace.
Peace.